So Chris has never heard the famous Phil Bozeman unanswered cover at the Suicide Silence Memorial Show.
I have not.
And I think it's going to blow your mind, so let's break down this video.
What's his bass technique here? What's he doing?
So I think his bass technique is probably what is commonly referred to as a false chord scream, or that lower constriction, you know, the grunting, the sighing, and then modulating it with your mouth, right? So I'm not really changing anything that's happening in here. I'm just with my mouth to create that pitch modulation.
So high for... Doing something with his tongue there to get that.
Oh, yeah. And it's worth mentioning Phil Bozeman, his speaking voice, it's down here. So this sort of screaming is very much supported by his baritone range, and he's able to bring it super low because of that.
You can hear bits of that vocal character coming in behind that false chord engagement.
Exactly. Ooh, I love that. Real quick, so...
Yeah.
Where is your God? You know, God. It's all just in the mouth to create that pitch variation.
And even though he's leaving that engagement lower in the false chords, he has this nice sheen when he goes high there.
Right, but it's not, where is your God? Yeah, it's,
no.
Where is your God? Same engagement, but...
Although I like how you did that. Do that again.
Right. Where is your God? Which is something nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Awesome things. I like to do that too, just sort of bouncing between techniques.
One of the reasons I've waited so long to study Phil Bozeman is because I really felt like I had to have someone here who could break down what he's doing and really demonstrate it. Not only can Andy demonstrate it and theorize and pull things out that I'm not hearing as well, he can teach it. If you'd like to learn directly from Andy all the things that he's demonstrating here in this video and beyond, start by clicking the link below and joining his free warm-ups course. You can find that link in the pinned comment or the video description. What's the course called?
Monumental Vocal Warm-Ups with Andy Cizek. So gnarly. So gnarly, dude. Yep.
Still the same technique?
Once again, you know, up there. And you can hear that, you can still hear that grunty husk, right?
You can.
It's not, you know, you lose that top end by doing so, or that low end, sorry.
Yep. It's subtle, and he's got it smooth enough to where you might be confused, but I do hear what you're saying.
He's a master of this style.
Yeah. Ooh, there was some nice voice behind that one.
Yeah. You know, sort of just easing into it.
Yeah, I feel like you raised the engagement slightly there.
Yeah, as a habit, you know, you want to raise that engagement. It might be somewhere in the middle too. It might not necessarily just be or you know, kind of in the middle.
And then adding that note. adding that note back there too.
Yeah, just a ghost of a voice.
Yeah, that's. Ooh, see that sounded almost like a
Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe for certain bits of that articulation, he's raising the engagement.
Could you couple that, what you just did, with the phrasing he's using around it? So the false chord, and then go into that sort of shout.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
So sick. Back down there. And you can actually hear his voice. You know, like the baritone. Like, I don't have that type of voice style. So going that, lower, for me it's more challenging than for him, who's just down here all the time.
Just as though you can get that nice Chester Sheeny high better than, well, even someone like myself.
Easier than baritones, sure.
Just because your voice type is more similar to...
Exactly. Yeah.
So that Will... I think Will would talk about
right
for R
just twisting the mouth and really engaging those lower muscles in the folds in the false chords, whatever you want to call it. So sick.
Ooh, so that to me sounded like he was low in the false chord engagement, and then went up in the false chord engagement with the mouth shape, and then switched and did a different source with an upper constricted upper.
Like that.
Yeah. Just on God, right? Like. The God, he switched on that.
Kind of just loosening and switching up just at the tail end of that scream.
From a lower engagement to a higher engagement as the source, as you're doing the mouth shape.
And this might not be something that he's like mechanically aware of. It's just a natural thing he's doing to achieve the sounds that he wants.
You're right.
And then we're reverse engineering that.
Us reverse engineering it gives us the possibilities to do... Can you try that again?
Yeah. Where is your God? Just at that tail end. It's a really exaggerated God.
Yeah. You moving that sensation upward so seamlessly is awesome.
Just subtly, like... Again, it's just for like a split second at the tail end to give it some extra flair.
Yeah.
Oh, prepare yourself.
Ooh. That was fun to hear his actual voice there.
Yeah.
Pomona! Yeah, lower.
Ooh, so good. And you can hear,
totally.
Just a little bit of that voice in there.
Absolutely.
Again.
Yep. Yeah, it's like going up to the false chord engagement with his normal voice back there.
Just fluctuating and
yeah.
You ready for this?
Am I?
Oh my God.
think I strained my neck just listening to it.
Dude, that's the moment, man. You gotta play that one again.
Oh.
That's the fucking moment. Oh, it's a fucking toilet bowl.
Oh.
So just for that moment, he is doing something completely different.
Okay.
Maybe. So there's theories on how he's achieving that.
Okay.
Now, it could be that since his voice is so low, you know, even lower than mine, he's still using just that lower engagement.
There's something.
But maybe also... Now, this is upper engagement, but with a different shape, and then that proximity effect into the mic.
Is he cupping the mic too?
He's actually not. He's just really close and in it, and who knows how loud or quiet it actually is in real life, but with that compression and again, it could be here, it could be here as well.
That is really interesting because it does sound like compared to the other things he's doing, there's this high pass filter going on.
Yeah.
Like the lows have been, and that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
I want to listen.
Yeah, a lot of people have theories about that. Like, maybe his low lows are more of a Fry upper engagement style than a lower false chord engagement.
Okay.
But who knows? You gotta get him. It's just so meaty, though, like, disgusting.
And then back to that.
Right. What do you think? Yeah. And he's got some voice in there with the false chord engagement. But dude, it's just like, literally, this is an unanswered question of that doing that vocal. How is it achieved?
I love your theory, though, because it does explain the contrast.
Right.
Mouth shape, raise the engagement.
Yeah, as narrow as possible. It's so gravelly, man.
Yeah, but it does lack a little bit of that super low. I mean, it's low in pitch, but in terms of bass and resonance, it's not as low.
And there's so much that you can attribute to his baritone voice style, and that being, an element of that upper Fry engagement, adding the meat to it. Or maybe he's just, he's such a low baritone, even going into bass, that his... he can get that low.
Add a little
There's
bit of voice
definitely
in there.
some like tongue, like there's some tongue action going on there. But from where the placement is, that's up for debate, and it really doesn't matter where you're placing it. Again, if you can achieve that gnarly sound from here or from here, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever works to each their own.
That's fascinating. I like how he brought his voice in so much right there.
Yeah. Yeah, backed off of the distortion. So sort of, it's coming from like a lighter, voice, but still I'm engaging lower to do that. Yeah.
That's cool because you hear your true voice coming through there more than I've heard that technique from you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
just kind of squeaking in there.
Yeah.
What a master.
What a master.
One of the original, just the OGs of brutality and vocals. And without Phil, we wouldn't have so many legends that came after. I mean, he really laid that groundwork.
Oh, thank you for showing me this.
Oh, thank you. And thank you, Phil Bozeman. We love you, man.
Oh, man. If you'd like to learn directly from Andy and put some of this stuff in your own voice, whether you've had no experience or lots of experience, click the link below in the video description or the pinned comment and join his free warm-ups course. What's the course called?
Monumental Warm-Ups with Andy Cizek.
Sweet.
Let's go!